Have you ever felt tired of trying so hard? Tired of thinking, worrying, waiting, and wondering when things will finally change? Maybe you have been doing everything you can. Maybe you have been trying to stay positive, trying to hold yourself together, trying to make things happen. But deep inside, you feel exhausted. And today, I want to tell you something that your heart may truly need to hear. You do not have to force every part of your life. You do not have to carry the weight of everything on your shoulders. Many people believed that if they keep pushing harder, stressing more, and thinking about their problems all day, they will somehow create results faster. But life does not always work that way. Sometimes the more pressure we create, the more heavy life begins to feel. Sometimes we become so focused on chasing answers that we forget to breathe. We forget to trust. We forget that peace itself has power. Staying calm does not mean giving up. It does not mean you stop caring about your dreams. Staying calm means choosing peace over panic. It means believing that not everything needs to be figured out today. Sometimes beautiful things begin to happen the moment we stop fighting life and allow ourselves to simply trust. There is something many people never realize. Worry feels like action, but most of the time, it changes nothing. We think that if we keep thinking about the problem, replaying every situation in our mind, and preparing for every possible outcome, we are protecting ourselves. But slowly, without noticing it, fear begins to take control. Overthinking becomes a daily habit. Stress becomes normal, and the mind becomes so full that peace no longer has space to enter. When fear fills your thoughts, your energy starts to change. You wake up expecting problems. You start looking for signs that things are going wrong. You become so focused on what could fail that you stop noticing what could go right. And this is important because what we focus on grows stronger in our life. When the mind stays trapped in fear, it becomes difficult to see opportunities, hope, and blessings that may already be around us. Think about it. Have you ever been so worried that you could not enjoy the present moment? Your body was there, but your mind was somewhere else. Fear has a way of stealing today while making us worry about tomorrow. That is why learning to release worry is not a weakness. It is choosing freedom. It is making room for better energy to enter your life. Now let us talk about something powerful, but very simple. The law of attraction teaches us that our thoughts, feelings, and energy matter more than we often realize. Every day, we are sending signals into the world through the way we think and feel. When we live with constant stress, fear, and doubt, that heavy energy follows us. But when we begin choosing peace, trust, and hope, something inside us starts to shift. Think of your mind like a garden. Whatever you give your attention to begins to grow. If you keep watering fear, worry, and negative thoughts, those feelings become stronger. But if you slowly begin planting thoughts of trust, calmness, and belief, a different kind of energy begins to grow inside you. This does not mean pretending that problems do not exist. It simply means choosing not to let fear become louder than faith. The universe responds not only to what we say we want, but also to the energy we carry every day. If deep inside you are always saying, "Nothing good ever happens to me," or "Things never work out," your mind begins to accept that story as truth. But when you begin saying, "Good things are coming, life can change, and I trust the timing of my journey," you start creating space for new possibilities. Sometimes the first miracle is not outside of you. Sometimes the first miracle happens within you. One of the hardest things for people to do is stop forcing life. We want answers right now. We want results right now. We want things to happen exactly when we expect them to happen. And when they do not, we become frustrated. We begin asking questions like, "Why is this taking so long?" Or "Why is nothing changing?" But sometimes the pressure we create becomes the very thing that steals our peace. Think about how often people try to control every small detail of life. They try to predict every outcome, fix every problem, and plan every step ahead. And while there is nothing wrong with taking action, there is a difference between taking action and trying to control everything. Control often comes from fear. It comes from the belief that if we do not hold everything together, life will fall apart. But life has a way of surprising us. Some of the best moments, opportunities, and blessings arrive when we least expect them. They come in ways we never planned. They come through doors we never thought would open. That is why sometimes we need to stop asking, "How will it happen?" and begin saying, "I trust that it will happen." Not everything needs to be forced. Some things simply need time. Some things need space. And some miracles begin the moment we finally let life breathe. There is something that sounds simple, but can completely change the way you feel inside. Letting go. Many people misunderstand this idea. They think letting go means giving up on dreams, losing hope, or accepting defeat. But that is not true at all. Letting go does not mean you stop caring. It simply means you stop carrying the heavy pressure that has been hurting your heart and mind. How many times have you held on to worries so tightly that they followed you everywhere? Even while eating, working, resting, or trying to sleep, your mind kept returning to the same thoughts, the same fears, the same questions, and after a while, it becomes exhausting. Not because life is always difficult, but because carrying emotional weight every moment becomes tiring. Sometimes we hold on because we are afraid. We think if we stop worrying, stop controlling, or stop stressing, things will fall apart. But peace enters our lives when we realize we do not have to hold everything so tightly. There is strength in releasing pressure. There is power in taking a deep breath and saying, "I have done my part, and now I allow life to unfold." The moment you let go of constant struggle, you create space inside yourself. And sometimes that empty space is exactly where new hope, new energy, and unexpected miracles quietly begin to enter. There is something important you need to remember today. Just because you cannot see changes happening does not mean nothing is happening. Some of the most powerful things in life happen quietly. Seeds grow under the ground before anyone sees a flower. The sun begins to rise before the world notices the light. And in the same way, many changes in your life may already be taking place behind the scenes. Sometimes people become discouraged because they look around and see no signs, no answers, and no immediate results. They think, maybe nothing is working for me. But life does not always reveal progress right away. Not every blessing arrives with a loud announcement. Not every miracle enters through the front door. Some things are slowly moving into place without you even realizing it. Think about your own life. There were probably moments when something unexpected happened at the perfect time. Maybe a new opportunity appeared, the right person entered your life, or a problem suddenly found a solution. Before that moment arrived, you had no idea things were changing in the background. That is why trust matters so much. The universe does not always work on your schedule. Sometimes things are being rearranged in ways your eyes cannot yet see. Stay calm, stay open. Just because the next chapter has not arrived does not mean it is not already making its way toward you. Sometimes people expect miracles to arrive in big and obvious ways. They think there will be a huge sign, a sudden change, or a perfect moment that makes everything clear. But many times, positive changes begin very quietly. They start with small shifts that are easy to miss if we are too busy worrying or focusing only on what is still missing. Maybe you begin feeling a little lighter than before. Maybe you wake up one morning with a little more peace in your heart. Maybe you suddenly feel inspired to try something new, call someone, or take a different path. These small moments may not seem important at first, but they often become the first signs that life is slowly moving in a better direction. Sometimes signs appear through people too. Someone gives you unexpected advice. A conversation touches your heart. You hear exactly the words you need at the right moment. And later, you realize those small moments were not random at all. They were guiding you. The truth is, miracles rarely begin with loud noise. They often begin with quiet changes inside you. A calmer mind, a stronger heart, a new feeling of hope. So do not ignore the small blessings in your life. Small signs often become big changes. And sometimes the miracle you are waiting for starts long before you even recognize it. If you want more peace in your life, you do not always need a huge change. Sometimes small daily habits can slowly transform the way you feel inside. Many people wait for life to improve before allowing themselves to feel calm. They think I will relax when everything gets better. But what if peace comes first? What if creating a calm mind today helps open the door for better things tomorrow? Start with simple moments. Take a deep breath in the morning before you rush into the day. Spend a few quiet moments with yourself. Say something kind to your heart. Even simple words like, everything is okay, I am safe, or good things are finding me can gently change your energy. Small words repeated every day can become powerful beliefs over time. Gratitude is powerful too. Even on difficult days, there is always something to appreciate. Maybe it is your health, a lesson you learned, a person you love, or simply another chance to begin again. Gratitude slowly shifts your attention from what is missing to what is already present. A calm mind does not happen by accident. It is created little by little through the choices we make every day. And as your mind becomes more peaceful, your heart becomes more open. When you create peace within yourself, you also create space for beautiful things to enter your life. There is a quiet power in expecting good things from life. Many people spend years expecting disappointment because they have been hurt before. They expect delays, problems, rejection, or bad news because life has not always been easy. And after a while, expecting struggle becomes normal. People stop dreaming freely because they are trying to protect themselves from pain. But imagine waking up and believing that something good could happen today. Imagine carrying the feeling that life is not against you. Imagine trusting that beautiful things are still possible, even if your journey has been difficult until now. That simple shift can begin changing everything inside you. The way you expect life to treat you matters. If every day begins with thoughts like, nothing ever changes, or good things happen for other people, not for me, then your mind slowly accepts those ideas as truth. But you have the power to tell yourself a different story, a kinder story, a stronger story. Start saying things like, life is working in my favor. New blessings can enter my life. I am open to joy, peace, and miracles. At first, these words may feel small, but over time, they create new beliefs. And new beliefs create new energy. You deserve to expect happiness without feeling guilty. You deserve to believe that good things can happen to you too. Sometimes life begins to change the moment you stop preparing for the worst and start making room for the best. And now, before we end, remember this: you do not have to carry every burden alone. You do not have to force every answer, chase every solution, or worry about every step ahead. Life is not asking you to control everything. Sometimes life is asking you to breathe, to slow down, and to trust a little more. Stay calm, even when things feel uncertain. Stay hopeful, even when you cannot see the full picture. Because some of the greatest miracles begin quietly, long before we recognize them. Trust that things can change. Trust that peace can return. Trust that beautiful moments, new opportunities, and unexpected blessings can still enter your life. The universe may be working in ways you cannot see right now. Your job is not to force every door open. Your job is to keep your heart open and allow good things to find you. If this message touched your heart today, comment below and share what you are choosing to trust in your life. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more positive messages and inspiration. Remember, stay calm, trust the journey, and allow the universe to work miracles for you. Until next time, take care of yourself.